Hello and welcome to Places We Go as we take an unforgettable river cruise down one of Southeast Asia's mighty waterways, the Mekong River. We're welcomed into the lives of the locals in this extraordinary way to take in the sights. What an amazing sunset. This place has really just touched all of our hearts. A trip that I'm excited to share with you is a cruise down the Mekong River with APT. We went from Siem Reap in Cambodia to Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, and it's a truly fascinating way to travel. We had a few days to explore in Siem Reap before we jumped on board our cruise, and a visit to Angkor Wat at sunrise is an absolute must. Good morning.
It's an early start.
Isn't it? It's about 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock now. We're going to go. Feel the stillness of Angkor Wat already, even though there's hundreds of people. We join hundreds of tourists from all over the world. Where are you from?
Scotland.
Scotland?
Yeah.
My dad's from Scotland.
Is it? Where, mate?
He's from Edinburgh.
Oh, cool.
Together, blessed by the magic of sunrise at Angkor, the silhouette of this ancient temple silences the crowd. Wow, beautiful. Angkor Wat is perfectly positioned in front of the lake, just like a postcard. Wow, look at the colours. Oh! This is amazing. Photographer's paradise. It's almost like Hello World.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. And how amazing is all this? People are everywhere.
Yeah, I was thinking of standing over there so I could get a picture of everyone.
Do you think that the Khmer kings, when they built this, they built it for the world to be
I think
here?
so. I mean, you can't build something this magnificent without hoping that you want people to come and see because it's gorgeous. Yeah.
The entrance to Angkor Wat is grand, and Virak is the perfect guide to bring this story to life. What is it that you love the most about Angkor Wat?
It means everything, especially the carvings of the temple, you will see, and the big scale that I love, and to share about the history of Angkor Wat to the people around the world.
Angkor Wat took 30 years to build and has become a symbol of Cambodia, even appearing on its national flag.
These two buildings are the library of the Angkor Wat temple.
A legacy of the Khmer kings, there are over 200 temples in Siem Reap alone. Built in the 12th century, Angkor Wat is the only temple to have remained a significant religious site. It was a Hindu temple, then a Buddhist temple.
Look at the three towers of Angkor Wat from the front here. Yeah.
As soon as you enter the temple complex, you're transported back 900 years. So back in the 1100s when the Khmer kings built this, it was for people to come here and pray?
Yes,
to pray?
Sure, yeah.
And
this is a place for prayer. It's specifically for the royal family, but the ordinary people, they have an actual place to pray. We have to pay respect like this, and then you make a wish from your heart, what you want. Yeah. The wish will come true.
The classical style of Khmer architecture, Angkor Wat was designed to represent Mount Meru. It's admired for its grandeur, countless guardian spirits adorning the walls, and extensive bas-reliefs.
You can see a beautiful carving of the Hindu story depicted about the battles between God and demon.
So there were battles back then and there were battles now.
Yeah.
And history continues.
Yes.
So the second level, this is where the pilgrimage happened.
Yes, pilgrimage did here.
For the prayer.
For the prayer before they climb to the set level.
So are these real? These are...
Yeah, this is the original stairway up to the set levels. to the top part and how steep up the staircase
And they
is.
would climb up.
Yeah, sure.
You're joking. The kings.
Yeah, the kings and climb up to the top to pray up there.
On the walls there are intricate carvings literally everywhere you look. And today locals dress in traditional costume, bringing them to life.
The detail.
Yes, on the walls.
Yeah.
That is called Apsara. It means heavenly dancer or celestial dancer.
So this is the swimming pools of purification.
Yes.
So the king would come here.
Yeah, the kings come in each one because on this level there are 4 different ponds or pools.
What are they? What do they represent?
Represented to the 4 elements of water, fire, earth and winds.
And then we enter the Echo Room, a place where Cambodian people never miss the opportunity to visit.
You do like this. You hear the reflection of your sound from hitting this. Yeah, and then you can make a wish. Okay, hear that?
It makes me emotional.
Yes.
Why is it making me emotional? Why does it make me cry?
That's why when you do like this and make a wish, remind you what you had done, and to be a good karma, bring peace to your heart, and you feel like you are now peace.
Yeah.
Yes.
My wish is for Cambodia
Thank you.
to be peaceful.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
We've been here for about 7 hours actually. The more that we've been here, the more and more the feeling of the country and the history of the country has just seeped into me, and it's just like opened up the floodgates. I feel so much compassion and respect for what the Cambodian people have been through throughout their history. This is 900 years ago. But gee, what a journey it's been. And here it still stands. It's a beautiful place.
So let's get to the cruise. The journey to the river ship along Tonle Sap Lake was an adventure in itself.
They build their homes on their boats, or little pontoons. And they obviously don't have to pay for any land. They fish for a living. And there's schools out here and churches and all sorts of things. Our Mekong adventure awaits us.
Our welcome is a warm one.
Welcome on board.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
I'm the hotel manager here.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I'm
you
Jen,
too.
Jennifer.
Welcome
Gary.
on board. Welcome on board.
I'm Anthony, how are you?
That's our
this is
captain.
lovely. Oh, this is the man to meet, the captain.
Boarding the RV Amalotus is quite a contrast. It's certainly a luxurious way to be able to explore the Mekong River. Our suites were incredible, and I just loved watching the world go by from my window.
Can I have a look at your fish? Yeah, I can have a look.
Okay.
So whereabouts is this fish going? You're exporting it? What countries? Where is this going?
Oh, yeah. Before sell to Vietnamese.
Vietnam.
Yeah,
Yep.
Vietnamese. And this one to Thailand.
To Thailand.
As we move on, the main street is alive with activity.
How's that for rhythm?
Local monks accept food with gratitude.
Can I have
We
a look?
make our way through the market.
It's lovely. Fresh.
And I'm invited to try this. But due to the language barrier, I have no idea what it is.
Oh, it's sweet. Sweet. This helps you have a baby.
Yeah, good.
Can we be happy? So will Charlie.
No, baby.
So now I'm going to be pregnant.
Yeah.
I've got the right top on.
After every excursion, we would jump back on our ship, which was filled with pretty much everything you would need. A wonderful lounge, even a pool and a gym. And the food, it was magnificent, with local cuisine, even local chefs on board. And of course, the top deck, it was always a hit. Jan, you're on your honeymoon.
That's right.
How romantic.
It is. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Isn't this beautiful?
It is. It's gorgeous. Beautiful place of contrast, isn't it?
It's fascinating and interesting to learn about the villages as we're going past, but gee, it is a place of contrast even in that as well.
Yes.
One of my favourite parts of the journey was how we got to experience local life by trying all different forms of local transport, from smaller boats that would take us to shore to rickshaws and tuk-tuks. There were even ox carts through a tiny village that had barely seen tourists. Photos. This is Pisat.
Yeah, I'm Pizza.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Pisat is from a province outside of Phnom Penh. So we go on the ox cart together?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Farmers down tools for the hour and come from all over the village, happy to add another income stream to the normal one of growing rice. Talk about taking a step back in time.
How are you feeling?
I feel a little bit bizarre. It's such a remote village.
The name of the village is Kampong Trolai.
Kampong Trolai.
Yes. The Kampong Trolai actually have around 3,000 families.
Ah. Our driver's family has been living here for 3 generations. He has 4 children, all excited to see tourists from so far away. This is a farming town, rice being the major industry, and all the farmers here are so excited because tourists have only been coming here for a year, less than a year, and now they have a whole new tourism income stream. So they're really happy. It feels like a bit of a cavalcade coming into town, but it's great. It's supporting them. When you're in Cambodia, it's inevitable that the countries confronting past will at some point surround you. And all of our guides had their own stories, especially when we got to Phnom Penh. And these are the stories that the locals want you to know. For a country that feels so peaceful, locals also want to tell the story of this little country's dark past under the Khmer Rouge. Every local we met lost a family member under the regime. Finn, a guide from our ship, lost his father, who was killed alongside a quarter of the population in the 70s. Finn, how are you feeling bringing me here?
I feel very sad, but because I really want to show everybody in the world to know what Cambodian people experienced during that regime. So this is also a very important stories that everybody should study and should learn and know about Cambodia.
In the country's capital of Phnom Penh is an old school that was turned into a torture prison, S21. It was to interrogate anyone who may have been against the regime. Today, it's a genocide museum. As soon as a prisoner entered the grounds, their photo was taken. 15,000 people were held here. The torture rooms were used for interrogation. Hard to believe this was a school before. So this here...
Yeah, this thing here was used for children to do exercise before the regime, and it was a school. But then during that regime, they used to hang prisoners upside down and put their head into these big water jar to torture prisoner and try to get their confession.
So what was once a playground quickly became a torture ground, huh?
These prison cells were once classrooms.
It's so overwhelming in here. It's just like it was yesterday, and you can just feel the energy, and it's a real contradiction between it being a school with children learning and running around and then being a jail.
And out the front of the museum, just 30 years later, is one of the only 7 survivors of S21. Bao Meng was accused of working for the CIA.
Talking to us.
He was detained in here for a year.
For a year.
For a year, the 3rd floor.
For 2 years.
2 years.
You were in here for 2
He
years.
lived here for 2 years. 1 year detained in that room, and then the other year he was sent out to work in the workshop. There was a house behind the building A that they bring him to torture, and they have a very thick bamboo sticks.
Bao Meng says the only reason his life was spared was because he was a painter and painted many portraits for Pol Pot himself. Bao Meng's wife was taken down the road to the killing fields and along with thousands of others was murdered and thrown into these pits. As we walk the grounds of the mass graves, Finn shares that his family waited 30 years for his father to return, but he now comes here to pray and finds peace.
All the butterflies.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They are everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're really hovering only over all the mass graves.
Yeah, that's what we believe. We believe that when everybody dies, they will transform into another form, and so they can be souls of the victim that lost their life here and having happy life as a butterfly, no harm.
It's a lovely thought, isn't it?
Yeah. And also, I hope that the world will help us in their minds that Cambodia is a country, and if something happened, do not turn away.
Back on the ship, we're reminded of the bright future Cambodia has today and celebrate its freedom well into the night. Tomorrow, we cross the border into Vietnam. When we crossed the border from Cambodia into Vietnam, while we were obviously on the same river, it really was quite a different feeling. And leaving APT's RV and the Lotus, we took a smaller boat to explore some of the tiny villages of Vietnam. An evergreen island was filled with welcoming locals. With my guide, Twy, we make our way onto the island.
Right, on the doorstep.
Yeah, and this way. This is a private island, okay?
And are led into the home of these local children.
Yeah.
Hello. What's your name? My name's Jennifer. What's yours?
Tên con gì?
My name is good.
Cường.
This is your house.
Bye bye, trời.
You are gorgeous. Oh, this is great. I love your house.
Nhà con đẹp quá.
What is your name?
My name is good.
It's
Nhà
good.
con gần đây không?
And what is your favourite thing to do? What do you all
thích
like
làm
to
cái
do
gì?
here?
He like to go to school.
No.
Doctor.
You like to become doctor.
Oh, you want to be a doctor when you grow up?
Yeah.
Yeah? And this is like your house too. They're lovely. They're so cool. There's tin on the roofs. And there's the thatch on the side. Got TV, pictures, kitchen over here.
Yeah.
This is the lounge room. And you all sleep here at night time. Just bring out the mat.
I always find it hard to leave, but Hao, Goon and their friends teach me a few words to make it easier.
Is that right? Yeah. Tam biet. Goodbye. Tam biet.
The island is only 9 kilometres long and 1k wide. We take a stroll. Tuai was born along the Mekong and considers areas such as this just like home.
Relax.
Yeah, simple, you know.
Yeah.
Grow your crops and eat your food and...
Yeah. They can grow rice, they grow turnip, sweet potatoes, and that one they are getting ready to make a land preparation to grow watermelon. You see other interesting houses on stilt.
Everyone here wants to welcome us in, including Nuang, the goat farmer.
This family, they feed this goat for sale. Just about 2 months, 2 weeks old.
While the visit is lovely, they need to go back with their mum.
Yeah, you go back with your mummy. I get that.
My visit ends in the shade on Nuang's veranda with his wife Yung. They were both born here and have 2 children.
And you love life here? This is good life?
Chị thích sống ở đây không?
Chứ giờ cha mẹ ở đây thì mình cũng phải ở đây.
So parents stay here, so I would like to stay here.
Yeah. So sometimes you find life difficult.
Đôi khi thấy cuộc sống dễ thở không? Thoải mái không?
Thiếu thốn lắm.
Sometimes not so easy. Depend on the season. So the children have to learn something and find a job to support and help family.
Như ông bà cha mẹ hồi đó giờ ở đây.
Naturally, everybody very hospitality.
Yeah.
And they enjoy their life, even though they are not rich one.
Yeah, but rich in their heart.
Yeah, rich in their heart.
And back on board our floating home, we joined our new friends on the top deck to toast our Mekong cruise, all the way from Cambodia to Vietnam.
What an amazing sunset. This place has really just touched all of our hearts. Cambodia, Vietnam, most beautiful parts of the world, and that is a stunning sunset. I hope you enjoyed our trip down the Mekong. Next week, Caroline is on one of the original highways of Europe, on a river cruise experiencing the incredible history, culture and iconic destination.